deal was temporarily shelved in the hope that the press campaign against the toxic trade would fade away. In West Africa, it hasn't happened. The press remains as hostile as ever, and governments are outbidding each other in making statements condemning dumping in the Third World.
I am confident that the entire continent is unanimous on the issue, and definitely and beyond a doubt, we do not want our continent turned into a dumping ground for World One.
Firm statements like that have fed a widespread belief that the dumping crisis in Africa is over. Lagoons like this one in Benin, close to a site earmarked for dumping, should now be safe. But have the waste traders given up? Has the waste trade really stopped? We can now reveal that preparations are well in hand to resume dumping in Africa.
I was traveling all around Africa to look after and to find other places more interesting or where our waste disposal plant can be accepted. We hope to start very soon with some countries in Africa as well in the Middle East. Okay, listen, and about the license, everything is going all right?
Ambrosini is now moving ahead quickly to tie up site licenses in Africa and contracts with waste producers in Europe. He has the backing of a banking consortium, and he's in regular contact with Dakar, capital of Senegal.
I spoke right now with Dakar. They called me because they want to know, the Gambia people, that the man is sitting in Dakar normally, and they want to know that. I told them that on the 23rd we will get the license, and possibly after that we will do the rest. We have just a deep acknowledgement in Senegal with the Ministry of the Environment, etc. In Mauritania we are trying. We are dealing with many countries.
Another man moving into the waste business is Arnold Kunzler. In Switzerland, he's well known as an arms dealer. His partner, Pio Diana, is an Italian based in southern Africa. He's banned from Switzerland, so they're having to meet just across the border in France. Their aim, to finalize two big waste deals in Namibia and Angola.
Did you by any chance spoke to Simon Joma before you left?
He looked for me, but I didn't go along.
No. I think we have to avoid him.
Axel, no, I don't want to talk to Sam. Giuseppe, what about Giuseppe? Did you hear anything about Giuseppe?
Yes, well, Giuseppe is coming back from Harare tonight.
Harare. Ah, there is where they call.
Yeah. And then we have also another person in Dakar at the moment.
Also the Ministry of Control is there, and believe me, he's in our side.
Kunzler has a checkered past. He was Paymaster General in Idi Amin's army in Uganda, and before that a mercenary in the Congo. But today his waste projects are being taken seriously in Africa.
This project we have in Angola, it's a huge project. Just for fun, we worked it out. If I would have 1% in the whole operation, and somebody would buy this 1% of wine, he would pay me about $12 million.
I knew of Mr. Kunzler because the Tam-Tam in Africa still speak about him. And I guess for the statement with the quiet voice he made, it is clear that when he passes through some place, they notice him. Now, in Africa, I heard of him, but I never met him till June last year. And so much happened in these 7 months that it seems like I'm in my second youth.
Now, Pio came to me and said, look, I've been trying to do this in South Africa for many years now. And we combined forces together and we exchanged ideas, and we knew most of the people ourselves. Then we decided and said, okay, we tackle Angola and Namibia and most probably South Africa if we have a possibility. And this is how it started.
3 months ago, Kunzler signed this contract with Angola. Inevitably, the Angolan government is nervous of bad publicity and won't confirm the deal. But Kunzler is confident it will go ahead.
The general planners.
It's what you told me on the phone.
Yeah,
eh?
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, these are burners which take whole containers. So
He plans to
He
build
doesn't have it to be
incinerators
open.
and disposal
nobody
sites
will
on
open
European
it, no
lines in
human
southern
will
Africa.
handle it.
Right.
Now, the whole container gets into this.
Only last month, he was sued by the Swiss multinational Ciba Geigy for allegedly copying the plans of a proposed incinerator in Basel. Ciba Geigy lost the court case.
This is the underground depot.
He says he's got financial backing from a number of major international banks for his multi-million-dollar scheme.
I can say with clear conscience that we have 4 different African countries who are ready to cooperate with us. But since we have started in Angola, and since Angola has got more mineral, we are concentrating on Angola.
And if that doesn't work out in
If Angola doesn't
On
work
the other
out,
side of the
border.
Namibia is willing to go. And who knows, maybe South Africa will step in. Because
well, it's an interest of South Africa to cooperate with us because
that industry is the biggest payoff, is the biggest pacifier in a region. And each country is interest, it is to put it up. It's the best industry, the best hard cash, hard currency provider existing today on the market.
Now, your question is very interesting because people ask me, why didn't you approach South Africa? They have got the technology, they have handled dangerous waste before and they're still handling them. But today, if the African, Angola, Namibia, if everyone would refuse us and South Africa would accept the plan, we would go to South Africa. I mean, somebody have to get rid of this waste. You can't dump it anymore in the seas, you can't dump it nowhere.
These people are one day trading in arms even, the next day they are doing in other materials, and then they are dealing in waste, whatever is the most lucrative business.
Dr. Jan Huysman is an expert on the international waste trade. It's no surprise to him that men like Kunzler are attracted to the business.
Many brokers even don't know exactly what they are doing. They are just businessmen making money and making a lot of money. And they are most likely not aware of they don't care of what is happening with the material after they have delivered it. So it should be stopped.
In Switzerland tomorrow, delegates from over 100 countries meet under the auspices of the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, to finalise an agreement which, if successful, will do just this.
We absolutely need an international convention, and that's the sake of the UNEP discussions right now. Why do we need it? We need it because otherwise it's going to be the strongest. It's going to be dumped in the ocean if nobody finds a solution. We have to organize cooperation between countries on waste, and that sometimes asks for shipments cross frontier. And we have to also ban the movements to the developing countries. All this should be settled in an international convention.
UNEP is to control the movement of hazardous waste. Now, somebody somewhere, somehow in Europe has to save some faces. Because if you see who is the meeting and who is organized the meeting, you can point a finger at them, they are the real bastards.
As the citizens of Basel take to the streets for their winter carnival, delegates to the convention are deeply divided over exactly how it should work. Many third world countries want the convention to ban all shipments of waste across frontiers, but European countries would find a total ban impossible. Italy is a case in point.